Yes, to a consistent queen. We stand a consistent queen. Hey guys, welcome back to another awesome, life-changing, life-altering installment of Tea Time with Ayek. We don't always drink tea, but honey, we spill tea. Okay, so if you're just joining me for the first time, my name is Ayek. Thank you so much for stumbling across my channel. I talk a lot about moving to Nigeria. I moved to Nigeria in December 2016, and I talk about all my experiences from dating to finding housing to finding a job and so much more. And today I'm going to be talking about my journey so far in the media industry. So, why media? I have always been passionate about media. I don't know if I've shared this on my YouTube channel, but I was supposed to go, I went to American University for undergrad as well, and I was actually supposed to go to AU for broadcast journalism. I was accepted into the broadcast journalism program, but then like 3 or 4 weeks before I was supposed to go, I decided to change to public health out of fear. And like, everybody says, oh, if you're a journalist, you're not gonna make money, you're not gonna be able to take care of yourself, you're gonna be working, you're gonna be going to war areas and stuff like that. And I was like, wait, what? So in 2014, I just like randomly remember this. I was in my dorm, I was in RA, and I was just, like thinking about, I want to move to Nigeria, definitely want to move at 25, blah, blah, blah. And then some random thought, I wouldn't call it a random thought now. I would say it was more of like a revelation. And basically in the revelation, it was like, consider working in the media in Nigeria. You never know, like just be open to it. And I was like, okay, well, I double checked in the mirror. I'm like, I be seeing the people that work in the media there and in the media in general, like in front of the camera. I don't know if I have the look. So, already that idea of like, girl, you don't have the look, so just whatever. Don't look into it. Mind you, all this while I'm having my fantasies, my dreams of CNN, as I'm writing my paper on on health determinants. I'm dreaming of, CNN and producing and things like that. So that idea kind of came, I kind of pushed it aside. So let me tell you kind of how it was trying to get my foot in the door. I live in Lagos. Of course, people know at least 1 or 2 people on the radio. That's just how it is. 1 or 2 people in the entertainment industry. My first encounter was a friend of mine at the time. I expressed like, I'm really interested in doing radio. And she's like, oh, one of my friends, he works at this station. And so she called him and he said, gosh, I wish I had called me like the day before because we just finished doing taking in interns. And so he said, okay, well, like I'll talk to another one of my friends who works at another popular radio station. So now, even getting through to the friend that he connected me to was difficult. I would call, he wouldn't pick up, he would say text, I guess giving me a run for my money. I go and meet him, he seems relatively nice, but my spirit wasn't really sitting well. I'm like, I don't know, this guy, I don't think he's gonna come through. So I sent my portfolio, and then I followed up with him, and he's like, oh, I'll call you back, and he never did. And then I told my friend about it. She talked to the friend who connected all of this, and he's like, oh yeah, he's like that, he'll get back to her, and he never did. So I was like, okay, maybe I just shouldn't do this, maybe this isn't for me. So then I mentioned to another friend, I'm really interested in this. You already know what I do. I do the video, YouTube and stuff. And he's like, okay, let me connect you to one of my friends, another friend. So I got connected to this friend and he's like, we don't really have openings right now, but we have internships, which I can help you with. But I recommend you attend a workshop. So I attended the workshop. He was nice to me that day, cool, like, yeah, let's stay in contact. If anything comes up, I'll let you know. But after that, he stopped responding to my messages. I said, okay. So I told my friend, the one who connected me, he's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Didn't know he was going to do that. Let me connect you to another friend. Now, this lady works at a radio station. And so we plan to have a meeting, blah, blah, blah. It's maybe like 30 minutes before I'm supposed to come meet her at the station, and she says, hey, let's reschedule for next week. I'm like, okay, I'm ready, dressed and ready. So I just, sit down and don't think much of it. I text her a few days before the next meeting and she didn't respond. And then text her again, no response. This sounds really discouraging. Guys, I don't want this to be discouraging. I just want to tell you how it is. Okay, so then another one that really stands out to me is yet another friend of a friend. I meet up with him and he's like, okay, let's go up to the station. I just want to tell you this right off the bat. No one helped me when I was getting into this industry, so I'm not going to help you. You go upstairs, you meet the guy, talk to him, and you take it from there. I'm not helping anyone do anything because no one helped me. I was like, okay. Thank you for the honesty. I respect the transparency, but dang, you ain't gotta, do it like, dang, you don't gotta be that harsh. I said, a friend of mine told me about another one of our colleagues or church colleagues who worked at a station. And he was like, oh, okay, well, she works at this station. Just talk to her. So I sent her a message. I'm like, hey, I'm interested in it, blah, blah. And she said, okay, well, she won a competition, a talent competition. And that's how she got her job. But she gave me tips on, consider doing this, consider doing that, gave me tips on how to potentially get my foot into the door if I wasn't interested in doing the competition. I was like, okay, fine. Yeah, that sounds just why I ain't doing it. So 2019 comes and goes. I'm doing my video stuff, content stuff for companies. And then I was like, I see the competition, which you guys probably have already. I don't think I've talked too much about that. So this is the thing. I think like the day before the first auditions, I wasn't gonna go because I was so scared. I'm like, I'm not gonna put myself out there because I'm not gonna win. Like, there's so many people. There are like 500 people probably doing it, blah blah blah. And I just was like, yeah, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna win. I'm just not gonna go. So I go there and the first part of the audition, I tank it. Like, I do a terrible job. So top 100 went to top 50, top 50 went to top 30, top 30 went to top 15, and then I came out second place. Apparently, I won the English speaking category. I didn't even know that there was one, but technically I came second place. So that came, and of course, it was the first place winner that was eligible for a 1-year contract with the station. So I went home, I'm like, okay, I got this big juicy check, but I still don't have what I wanted. The money was, a blessing that I'm super grateful, but really what I wanted was the opportunity to work in the station, work at a radio station, learn, grow, all of those things. So like there was this 2 weeks of limbo, and then I get a DM from the head of programming, or at the time she was soon to be head of programming. She's like, hi, and funny enough, even at the day when I came second place, she's like, she encouraged me. She's like, I just want you to not give up, and, told me that hopefully this station will pick you up, just encouraging me. So she now calls me and she's like, hey, can you come to the station tomorrow? I'm like, yeah, I can come tomorrow. What's going on tomorrow? Okay, I came, and then she's like, okay, we want you to come do understudy for a certain show, do understudy in general, and if you do well with time, we'll put you on the payroll. Basically, we'll hire you. And I'm like, yes, thank you. So that's how I got into IFM by the grace of God. So what's next? Well, right now, COVID is playing with me, you know what I'm saying? Whenever Nigeria decides to open the airport, by God's grace, I'll be back at IFM. And of course, exploring more my YouTube, my capabilities, my strength, sharing content, teaching people content. And it also encouraged me to put more into BVA, which is my content production and concept development firm. So let me give you guys 5 tips. I can't sugarcoat things, and I'm not going to. So I'm going to give you 5 tips on what to expect and what you need to know if you're interested in working in the media industry in Nigeria. Number 1, people are going to see you as a threat, and not just a threat. They're going to treat you like, a lot of people are going to treat you like crap. especially specifically people who are supposed to be helping you. Like, okay, the friend of the friend thing that I was telling you about, a lot of them just kind of wanted to haze me or take me through a hazing process. Like, I went through hell to get here. I had to do this or do that, so she has to do it too. If you're not the type to kiss up, you're not the type to pretend to be someone you're not, there is still hope for you, because I don't pretend to be someone I'm not, and we're getting there, right? But keep that in mind. They're going to be people who may ask you for certain favors. And a lot of people have complexes. I mean, that's just in general, but a lot of people have complexes. So they want to subdue you or make you feel like you're not good enough or not talented enough, so that your shoulders don't get too high, so that you don't get too proud. Number two, it's a culture of nepotism. So keep that in mind. You have to know someone who knows someone who knows someone, or there's some competition that gives you an opportunity. Number three, internships are a good way to get your foot in the door. Even with the internships, keep in mind that like you have to hustle, like you need to stand out, you need to be like the star of the show, right? That's really important. Number four, do not get discouraged. It doesn't matter how many doors have been shut in your face. If that passion is there, that desire is there, it's going to come to pass. Now, keep in mind, I'm a bit like a newborn. Like, I was just born last week into this world, but I'm just telling you what I've learned so far. And number five, use every opportunity as a platform. It's a platform to grow your personal brand. And that sounds super selfish, but it's just the truth, right? So putting your eggs in one basket, in the sense of like putting your eggs in the media house you're working for or with the brand that you're working for, is not really the best idea, because you have to be cognizant of the room for growth or the possibility for growth, right? Oh, and I think, sorry, this is a complete side note, I just remembered it. I think this is how it is with any industry. It's competitive. So even people who you work with who are supposed to be your, don't be putting all your business in the streets. That's what I would say. Don't put your business in the streets, because you never know who feels threatened by you and who's willing to sabotage you. That's work culture in general, right? So the work culture that you have if you're working for Goldman Sachs, right? Knowing that your colleague might very likely want to undermine you because they see you as a threat. It can happen in this industry as well. So just keep that in mind. Whew, that was a mouthful. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it super helpful. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. If you work at CNN Africa, I'm more than happy to answer you and show you what I can do. And I hope these tips help. Like I said, guys, I've just started. I'm just getting my feet wet, but I've already learned so much, and I believe that these tools will be useful for anyone who's considering coming back to Nigeria to work in the media industry. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you for the constant support. You know how much it means to me. It touches my soul. And I will see you guys very soon. Stay beautiful. Stay blessed. Mwah. Bye.